Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Justice the Analyst. This is Kirill, your Eurovision fan from Belarus, and it's time for a new analysis video. Today we're gonna take a look at the most successful Balkan country in Eurovision, I mean ex-Yugoslavian country in Eurovision, and this is of course Serbia. Serbia this year will be represented by a very talented 31 years old Serbian lady called Teya Dora, who became a sensation, I believe, last year with her song Dzanum, which became viral in TikTok and gave her fame not only in the Balkans but also worldwide. It is such a beautiful song. If you haven't heard it, now it's your chance. So of course, when the list of participants of the Serbian selection this year was published, everyone got super excited about Teya Dora. Me as well. I have to say I have heard all the songs from the Serbian national selection, but just the MP3 versions before the contest, just to see kinda for which ones I will root. I have to say the song of Teya Dora didn't really grab my attention so much. I think maybe I have just listened to it too quickly, but it was not one of my personal favorites, and therefore I haven't even checked the live performance since then. And in the meantime, I think the official music video was already released on the YouTube channel of Eurovision Song Contest, and this is the one I will react to today. So I really hope today that by looking at her official music video, I might change my opinion about the song and I will realize that actually I was wrong and it's a really great entry. So let's take a look at Ramonda by Teya Dora. Well, I have to say, even before the song really starts, the visuals are fantastic. It looks so beautiful, so expensive. It kind of looks a bit like a new trailer for the next Lord of the Rings movie or something like that. So I'm super excited to see how it will develop. Well, it's beginning really slow. Yeah, so the development of the song is very slow. It sounds a bit more like a lullaby rather than, you know, a typical Eurovision ballad or something like that. But I hope some more power comes soon. It really has this feeling of some of the Balkan entries from like the end of the 90s, I would even say. I believe there were some entries from Slovenia, like Slovenia 1997, for example, which have this kind of magical lullaby vibe. But I hope that the song of Teya Dora will have now some amazing development coming. Well, the music video is really magical. I think it really elevates the song. It gives it another additional layer, you know, more depth and a bit more mystery than what I could just hear from the MP3 initially. Really nice. Not sure what Ramonda means. I think we have to check the translation afterwards. The refrain is really very repetitive. I think it now really needs an oomph. I can already see from the visual probably oomph comes now. I just hope it's really powerful enough. Well, I have to say that the melody, the arrangement of the melody didn't really change much. It was more like visually you could see that, development is there, something is happening. Maybe that's also the concept for which they're going for Eurovision, that they don't want to show us a lot of development in the song, but they just want to captivate us with the performance, where we will be just curious to see what comes next and not necessarily to hear what comes next.
Lilla Ramonda, Lilla Ramonda, Lilla Ramonda.
Well, and now we are again going to more stripped version of the song. I'm not sure that this is the right choice, because it was already starting really slow and really calm. So now we're kind of back to the same vibe. However, I really wanted to hear more development, but the song is still not over. We still have actually like almost 50 seconds. So let's see how it finishes.
Lilla Ramonda, Lilla Ramonda. Lilla Ramonda, Lilla Ramonda.
Definitely some nice high notes. I feel like Teya is maybe slightly inexperienced as a vocalist, because this kind of ballad I really would want to hear more of her vocal techniques, a bit more of impressive belting. She's kind of staying slightly monotonous. This note was nice, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Well, and this is how it ends. So let's talk about this entry. So Serbia, I think we have to talk. So now you can see on your screen some of the lyrics from the song. I had to actually Google a bit to understand what the song is really about, because she's singing about some wounded people, about some flowers which she's looking for. And actually, the meaning is not so straightforward based on the text, but this flower which she's singing about, this sort of phoenix flower, is actually a symbol of Serbian suffering in the First World War. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of songs. However, we all know that 1944 in 2016 performed by Jamala, which had, let's say, a similar meaning. It's about the suffering of Crimean Tatars in the Second World War, actually even won the contest.
They kill you all and say we're not guilty, not guilty.
Maybe the story of First World War is somehow very special for our family of Teya Dora. However, it still feels, slightly forced, this kind of message. But what concerns me more is just the song itself. I feel like it is a bit too much of a lullaby for Eurovision Song Contest. I think the people who watch the contest so late in the evening, in some of the countries it starts even at 10 in the evening, if they hear a song like this, they have a very high chance to not make it through the rest of the show. So I'm generally more a fan of something more captivating, more active, and not like that. But nevertheless, Serbia is actually one of the most successful countries in Eurovision Song Contest history. So if we take a look at their record from the last 15 years, we can see they are even country number 5 and ranked number 2 in this particular semifinal, just after Ukraine. If we take a look at only last 5 years, then it looks slightly different. Then they're ranked just 11th from all 31 semifinalists this year, and only 7th in this more powerful first semifinal. So this doesn't guarantee automatically to Serbia a position in the final this year, because we can see that Serbia actually was pretty often on the edge of qualifying. They ranked 10th 3 times in the semifinals in 2009, 2016, and 2023. I remind you that here we're talking only about their ranking in the televoting. They also ranked 9th in 2028, 11th in 2017, 8th in 2018, and 7th in 2019 and 2015. So Serbia can sometimes really have very high results. If we take a look, of course, at Constructa, like there, no matter what kind of draw she would have, she would be definitely in the final. But this year, we know that Serbia will perform in the first half of the first semifinal. This is a very tough draw for Serbia. Serbia will be one of the countries who are opening the contest. I don't think that they will really perform with number one. Normally, there should be a more attention-grabbing song than Serbia this year. But they have a very high chance to be drawn a place 2, 3, 4, and then I think they might really struggle with the televote this year. And now let's take a look at the bookmakers rating for Serbia this year. So Serbia is currently ranked 21st from 36 entries, behind Iceland, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Finland, but above Albania, Estonia, Cyprus, which we have already listened to in the previous videos, Australia and Slovenia. I think this placing in the bookmaker odds might be also influenced by the fact that Serbia was actually in the final in all the previous editions. I think we generally expect good result from Serbia. However, I'm not sure that this year will be the most successful for Serbia. And now we should also take a look at the Eurovision Scoreboard, where Serbia is actually ranked 13th. Normally, Eurovision fandom is not rooting so much for the ballots. So I'm very happy to see that they actually really like Serbian entry this year. Maybe Teya Dora just really managed to get a lot of followers and a lot of fans with that beautiful song, Moje more. It is such a nice one. Unfortunately, this is not the one which will represent Serbia and which will be sung by her at the Eurovision Song Contest, because then I would see the chances much higher. And now it's time to talk about her potential staging for Eurovision. So I think the visuals which we saw in the official music video were stunning. She should definitely take some of those pictures for her background videos on the stage in Malmö. But generally just playing with light, trying to make it more intimate, maybe doing something similar to what the Slovenian entry Sebi did in 2019, I believe. Basically, only this kind of more personal performance, which would really make the televoters feel something and grab their attention, will help her to qualify. So unfortunately, from those 6 songs which we have heard so far, I think Serbia has the smallest chances to qualify. But what do you think? Do you think that Teya Dora can really rank 12th like the Eurovision fandom thinks? Or maybe even in top 10? Please tell me what do you think about this entry. Maybe you had another favorites in the Serbia national selection. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!